Resident Evil. Welcome to Raccoon City 2021. We didn't think this would be good going into it, and you know what? It wasn't. They did some things well, but they did more things bad. Numero uno, the casting. We talked about it previous on this channel. It was an absolute shit show. But in my opinion, of course the casting matters, but they could have still pulled off something pretty good. But trying to cram in the offence of Zero, 1 and 2 into an hour and a half movie, it was always going to be a shit show. Especially if you don't show up to the mansion until like 50 minutes in. But we do kick off the movie. We're in the Raccoon City orphanage. It's a flashback to Claire and Chris. I don't know, in this timeline, are they orphans? I've never known that they were, but if they are, they are. Never knew that. But basically, and then we get introduced here to these two. Also, William Birkin, which is kind of a mess because Birkin in the game he's not young, but he's like early 30s. Here, he's literally about 60. Well, not in the flashback, but when we move forward to 98, he is about 60, so that's a bit of a mess. And also, the whole fibre Raccoon City, they make it that the Umbrella runs the entire city. The only people that are left are the two poor to leave and Umbrella employees, right? But we've been under this thing the whole time that Raccoon City is just a normal city, but it has an Umbrella facility and Umbrella is stationed there. But in this movie, it's Umbrella runs the city. It's like, what's so fucking stupid? It is. But anyway, after the flashback where we meet Claire and Chris and William Birkin, and we're like, what the day in the orphanage? And why has William Birkin got a secret passageway fucking designed from the Spencer Mansion to the orphanage? Now, albeit it was the test on the kids, but I mean, that's just nonsense. I'm going to just leave that out there. But yeah, we kick off with back to 98. Oh, no, we don't actually get any more flashback. Well, no, we get the odd flashback, to be fair, but Claire, making her way to Raccoon City, shows up at Chris's house, breaks in. The acting here, I thought, was fucking atrocious. Robbie Amell, who plays Chris Redfield, looks like Tom Cruise. Like, literally, like, it's literally Tom Cruise. Like, it's fucking literally Stephen Amell's cousin, which kind of just sums up how pish the movie is. Stephen Amell, a jobber actor, and this guy's his cousin, and he's probably known by being the guy's cousin. Sums it up. We also get introduced to Alpha Team. We have Jill, who's played by someone who's not white. We have Leon, who's not an Alpha Team, but we'll just get to the point that he's not played by a white guy. And before he was like, that's racist, right? See if you're fucking doing a movie like that movie they just brought out about the Williams sisters and tennis. See if that was two white kids, that would get fucking flagged and fined for racism. But it's all right to fuck with the white characters. You know what I mean? Is that how it is? Retarded. I mean, it has to work both ways, not just one way, or else it is fucking. I mean, I'm not saying this movie is purposely shit just because some of the main characters were of a different ethnic, but it doesn't help it, in my opinion, and the fact that the Leon character was absolutely butchered in this didn't help it. But yes, we get introduced to Albert Wesker, who's just... They butchered Albert Wesker. We get Brad Vickers as well. And then also, we get, what's his name? I can't even... Richard. It's Richard, right? But it's never revealed what this guy's name is, so I didn't know if it was Richard of Alpha Team, if it was Barry. Like, say you didn't have a Scooby snack what the Resident Evil fucking universe was, you would literally not have a clue what you're watching here for large parts of it. We also get introduced to Brian Irons, who's played by Donal Logue. Lee Torrick, also the guy from Blade. Anyway, he's pretty good. But yeah, so we get Leon all there in the police station, and he's like, right, we need to go search for Bravo team. So basically Leon and Chief Irons are left to look after the police station, but at this stage nothing's happened. We do get some pretty good 90s tunes here as the truck driver crashes, and then Leon's just sitting there with his earpods in. And then the guy comes in on fire. How Leon does not fucking know this, I have no idea. But then Chief Irons puts him down. Then he flees. Turns out he can't go to Raccoon City. Returns to the police station. Meanwhile, Claire arrives at the police station. She ends up saving Chief Irons. And then basically those three attempt to make it out of the police station via the secret passageway through the police station to... Is it the orphanage? How many fucking... No, it's not... I can't... I think yeah, no, because there is... It's in the game, the police station to the orphanage, and then there's one from the orphanage to the Spencer... How many kids were touched in the fucking making of this movie? That's what I want to know, but... Yeah, meanwhile, William Birkin also, he's headed over to, where's the fuck's he at this stage? He's at, like, this in the underground bit, the Spencer Mansion, with his wife and his retarded fucking kid. Meanwhile, though, the Alpha team, they land, they head to the mansion, they get in, Chris and Richard get attacked, Richard dies. We only find out Richard's name until after he dies, so it was like, who the fuck was this guy? And then it's like, oh, Richard! He's dead. Meanwhile, Brad, he gets attacked in the helicopter, takes off the helicopter, in fact, that crashes into the mansion, near wipes out Jill and Wesker, but they survive. Wesker then reveals that, well, throughout the movie, there was like wee things about him turning heel. He was getting all these, well, I was going to say text messages. It was on his beep. No, it's not his beep. His pager. That's it. Circa 1998. He's about to turn heel on Jill, and then he actually shoots a zombie. Then he heads off down the passageway. Jill saves Chris. Reveals to Chris that, oh fuck, Wesker's turned heel. They head after Wesker. Meanwhile, Claire, Nugget, Cooper, Leon, who's awful. Leon is fucking awful. You know what? It's nothing even to do with the guy's race or whatever. The fucking script for Leon is atrocious, right? It is absolute. Well, I was going to say not even the best actors could have pulled this off, but they could have, like, but it still would have been pretty difficult because some of the stuff was awful. Like, he goes for an absolute fucking jobber getting spoke down upon, even though, right, yeah, he's a rookie, but in the games, he's a rookie, but he can still handle his own shit, and then he goes from being a complete jobber in this to using RPG the next minute. It's like, what? I mean, and also the weird conspiracy theorist guy, he gets wiped out, no one fucking cares, but yeah, then fucking Chief Irons, he gets attacked by a licker, and then Lisa Trevor kills the licker, saves Claire and Leon, and she basically gives them the key so they can head over to the Spencer Mansion. Then we get to the Spencer Mansion. Wesker shows up. He wants the G-Virus samples off of Birkin. Birkin's like, no, shoots Wesker, but he's wearing a bulletproof vest. Wesker then kills Birkin, who then injects himself with the G-Virus. His wife then tries to shoot Wesker. Wesker kills his wife. His daughter then tries to shoot Wesker. Jill then shoots Wesker, ends up killing him, but before he dies, he reveals that, oh, Raccoon City's gonna blow up at 6 a.m. And they're like, oh. And then you're thinking, really? They've just killed Wesker off like that? Awful. Then basically, yep, there's a train that leaves the mansion. Our main characters meet up. They leave. There's a few fight scenes with William Birkin. They finally manage to kill him. The city then is basically blown to fucking smithereens. They escape. Everyone thinks everyone in Raccoon City is dead, but it turns out with 5 survivors: Claire and Chris Redfield, Leon, Sherry Birkin, and Jill. And then we get a post-credit scene with Albert Wesker waking up. Turns out he was dead, but he's been reanimated, and that he's blind. And then Ada appears, the only casting done right. Gives him the glasses. He sticks on the glasses. He's no longer blind. He's Big Albert. Movie ends. Crock of shite. Yeah, and it wasn't that good. They did some stuff, like there were some Easter eggs and stuff that was done well, but Leon, awful. Albert, like Wesker in the first one, he's serious. He's gonna be fucking. You know what I mean? He's not heel till like the end, but he's like a fucking badass. Some of the stuff he does. In this, he's just a fucking goofball, and it just does not suit the demeanor. Like, it's awful. Like, Jill, absolutely awful. Barry's not even in it. Richard's atrocious because you don't even know who it is. Chris is probably the best. Him and Claire's probably the best, even though they're both shit. And in that note, guys, the movie is getting a 3 out of 10. Now, say I had no clue what Resident Evil was, I'd probably give it a 0. But I do have a clue what Resident Evil is. And if you didn't know, if you think this is better than the other movies, you need your fucking head looked at. And in that note, 3 out of 10. Peace.